All right, all right. We're about to talk about some things I enjoy talking about. Give me a second here. I'm being real, making sure it's clear. All right. Don't need that. And I think we're ready here. Okay, so I hope you all can hear me. For those of you who are watching, before I get started, just want to say welcome. My name is Nakia. For those of you who don't know me, I am the founder and the creator of our Solopreneurs Academy. My cat is trying to get a fly, but welcome. Today we're going to be talking about mobile marketing, and this is going to be marketing 101. So it's the basics. This is going to help for anyone that is inexperienced or very much experienced, which is an expert. You'll be getting a different take or a different idea of how to market. So let me know where you're from, who you are in the comments. Make sure you can hear me very well and that my necklace isn't knocking into my microphone too crazy. Let me know that too, because I want to make sure you all can hear me properly. And I want you all to see exactly how I'm doing things so that if you are providing a particular service where you are teaching, inspiring, consulting, anything where you're talking to people, you're able to do the exact same things that I'm doing to make things easier for you and to feel more professional is really what it is, because you're speaking. But okay, cool. Hey Brenda, I see you. I see you. Anyone else popping in, go ahead, let me know where you are from, who you are, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's go right here. So, mobile marketing 101. That's what we're going to be talking about. So, my husband just left me. He just went in the other room so he can hear me. So, here's the overview. This is what we're going to be talking about. Getting clear on social media. So you're going to learn a perspective, my perspective from it. It is a necessary evil, and I'll explain why. Understanding social content. So I am going to be helping you understand how to look at social media in a different way so you can use it with purpose and with responsibility. Social media marketing. This is where you're going to discover all of the free, because I like that word free. People are drawn to that word. Even the people who are okay with paying for things are still drawn to that word, because there are certain things we want and we need, and we just wish we can have it right now. And if it's free, that's what we want. So it's for me. So if it's free, it's for me. So you're going to discover some free tools to use for marketing your business, whether you are providing a product or a service. Marketing 101 is to help you with any form of business. You'll notice how I'm segmenting it so that you'll understand it and take the pieces that you need and use it specifically or personally to you. Now, mobile marketing is the last aspect of it. It is a course. Yes, I am being transparent. Anybody that does a free class of any sort is trying to sell you something. That is a part of marketing. You cannot get away from it. You have to learn how to use that tool. It is a tool. So you'll get to know me as the instructor and how we can work together or how we can market together. That is the whole purpose of this training. But I want to give you the concepts of how I think and how I'm going to be teaching you. So this helps you to get to know me and get to like how I do things. And then the trust factor will build through the way that I'm doing this and the way that I'm communicating it. So I like to do that at the end because I want you to get the nitty gritty first. So what is social media? So I'm going to read this part because I want you to understand this is my viewpoint, and it's also what the internet, when you Google or chat GPT of any form, when you use those platforms, they'll spit out definitions to things, and you can find out definitions to a lot of things even far back in history. So you'll be amazed at how these tools, platforms like Google and AI, can help you build a lot faster, automate yourself so you can enjoy your life. So what is social media? refers to online platforms and applications that enable users to create, share, interact, any content that they want to, and connect with others on the internet. That could be family, friends, or their spiritual family. And when I say spiritual family, I know y'all see I do this a lot, but that's just my personality, is what I do. When I say spiritual family, these are usually your target market. This is your target market. Your spiritual family is usually the people that you know, like, and trust on a soul level. So you somehow, no matter what lifetime you're in, you find yourself connecting to each other, and that is your soul family. So when we say that's a spiritual family, so you'll learn my foundation is the foundation of love, but I also pull other aspects in because I am a broad thinker, a visionary, and there's a lot of people who are like me. So I attract people who are like me, and I see me in them. So that is your soul family. You can connect with them because there's no other way you would be able to do it, because the streets doesn't necessarily mean you're going to find your soul family. And I'm going to be speaking back and forth with the street smarts and the book smarts. So these platforms allow individuals and businesses to share content. So content is text, photos, videos, and any other media or multimedia content. And you can do this in real time, or, you can build out a whole television show and then broadcast it in the season that you want to, a following year or years later. It's all up to you, but you are able to do these things. Users can engage with that content. They can do this by liking, commenting, sharing, fostering communication. So that's engagement, creating virtual communications or communities. And then not only that, there's something else I wanted to bring up within this, but when I remember it, I'll bring it back to my attention and yours as well. But social media has become a significant part of modern communication. So enabling people to connect, share information, and express themselves on a global scale. Okay, now I know what I wanted to say. I had to speak this out. No longer does the governmental entity, the spiritual aspect of the entity, of that governmental entity that's controlling things, no longer has full control over what information gets out. Now, they don't have that control anymore. YouTube, Google, all of these are tools that have been given to us as gifts for us to use so that we can bring health and wealth to ourselves and as a collective, as a whole, as a human race. So social media, we want to look at it as a wonderful tool that now all of us as human beings have control, whether good or bad. We all have control of it. We're just doing it in a collective sense, meaning people are in their own worlds and they are with their own groups, and there is nothing wrong with that. Social media allows us to do that with ease, and that brings joy to our hearts. Just look at it from that standpoint. So I'm letting you know my foundation is love regardless. So that's what social media is. It's a great communication tool. We've created it. It's been given to us to be able to create that and use this as a tool. So that's how we're going to look at social media. Now, the top social media platforms, and this is just from years of being in it. I know a lot of you are in this community as well, because if you're watching this video, that means you're on YouTube a lot, and more than likely you are consuming content or creating content. The third person is me, or probably you, where you use content and you consume content, but you're going to be looking at it from a different point of view if you use content instead of consume content. So top social media platforms, YouTube. It is the university of information, good and bad. That's what it is. So when I say it's a necessary evil, unfortunately, there are people who are choosing to put out certain types of information that can be what we consider to be negative. And you have people who put out content that's out there that we may consider to be positive, that's based on you personally. So it's a lot of biases to it. But YouTube is an amazing place to go and find your interests, learn what you want to learn, and get the help that you need. As long as you can hear, see, and read. Any of those things that you can do, you will be able to learn whatever it is you need to do. So YouTube, I'm going to always put that hands down. That is a place I believe that most should focus on, building content in that area, because the world's attention is there now on YouTube than they are on television, in a sense, cable television. Instagram. I have a love-hate relationship with Instagram, but Instagram is a great place for reels. These are short form contents, and I'll get more into that. That is a place where you can advertise pretty much for free. You're advertising free content. So, but it's really easy to advertise in Instagram organically for free, because you're just putting out short form content, which is usually what is the easiest to do, and also the quickest way to get people's attention, because of people's attention spans are up and down. They have their moments where most of the time we need to show me something now, and then there are other times where we're scrolling and we're really trying to find some information. So that's usually how I look at Instagram. Facebook, I look at that as the place where your friends and family, your closest, those you've grown up with, is where they are on Facebook. And then there are multiple pages and groups of same interest and events there on Facebook. So once you understand what each platform is, how people use the platform, you've got to be in it in order to see how it works. It makes it a lot easier to figure out how you want to market. So when you're using YouTube, more than likely that's going to be a certain type of market or audience. Same with Instagram, same with Facebook. And Facebook, you already are aware, most of us are, that Facebook is really the best place to market to your friends and family. Now, there are some pros and cons to that, because we all as a society have our feelings about working with family. We all have our ideas of how we would like to work with family, for those who enjoy doing that. But that is totally a personal choice. Just know, if that's something you want to do, use Facebook. If that's something you're not sure you really want to do, only do it with the groups in Facebook. Kind of avoid your family and friends. Just keep your family and friends in Facebook as just that, and you're just sharing family and friend content, but you're not selling to them. You don't have to do that. TikTok, it's new. It's like YouTube. It's not of the US. There's things going on as far as how the TikTok is being in the justice system or in the legal system, fighting up. We don't know, but if you have a TikTok page, I would recommend you keep it, because you can still market to lots of people, more than likely outside of the US, because with YouTube, it's mostly in certain countries, and there are some countries where YouTube is actually banned. TikTok is not one of them, but it's about to be, or so-called about to be, here in the US banned, but we don't know for sure, because they're not communicating to us really a lot about what is going on in the justice system about TikTok. It's just been expressed. It may be a fluke. It may be something they're just doing to distract people from doing what they do on TikTok. We don't know. But if you have it, keep it and continue to build with it, but build as slow as you can. That way you can be able to see when the changes happen. If they do, you'll know how to adjust yourself. Pinterest. Pinterest is where I get most of my inspiration from, but it is also a great platform for those of you who sell products. If you sell services, and I'll explain what those segments are, where you're teaching, consulting, or coaching, you can use Pinterest for that. However, the greatest thing about Pinterest is that you are able to use your external links. When I say website links, they're very easy to get onto the Pinterest platform, and then it leads right to your product or your service, and meaning your website. So you can do that with YouTube. You can do that with Pinterest. And in some cases, you can do that with Facebook, depending on if you're working within a group. page or your personal. And Instagram, you really can't do that. You have to use third party like sites and apps in order to link things for people to be able to find them. Because when people consume your content, they're looking for a call to action, looking for you to offer a product or service, especially if they know, like, and trust you. So social media platforms, these are the top ones. These are the ones that I use, and I use them from a personal aspect and a business aspect. So the personal aspect is when I am finding inspiration instead of consuming content, because when you consume, you're distracted and you're not focused. So when I'm on social media, it is researching, it is personal to me because it feeds my business. And so I use social media to market. How else are anybody going to be able to know what product or service that you're offering if you do not put yourself on the internet streets? We no longer, I don't want to say that, because we still can master things when we're out on the streets. Like, and I'm talking about old school marketing where we use flyers and we did, community, not webinars now, they were actual like classes where we all come in. Those things still exist, but now people are using that as the next resort or the next option before they start, after they start their online, community. Oh, what's wrong? What are you doing? Oh, sorry, my cat. Okay. So consider how you use these platforms, if you're on any of them as a business or not. If you're looking to use any of these platforms for your business to market, consider how you use them as a person, because I'll get into that, and then how you can use it professionally. And also pay attention to others who use this platform and what they're putting out, even the ones that you personally follow, and the ones that personally follow you. You need to see what's going on, because those are two markets. Those that you follow more than likely are you, and those that follow you more than likely are just like you, but they need something from you in order to get where you are, so y'all both can get to the next step. I hope that makes sense how that works. So that's how I look at social media. Social media is a necessary evil. You got to keep in mind, YouTube is not evil, Google's not evil. It's the people who control it, and it's the people who put the content out make the decision if they're going to put out positive or negative energy. It just depends. So social media content. What is content? Because I mentioned in my last training, if you have not seen that training, definitely check it out after this one. But I talk about me being a content creator and no longer adopting the name of an influencer anymore, even though I consider myself an influencer, but I don't like the word anymore. I inspire people. So I like to use the word content creation, because content is what I use to inspire, or I use it to influence. So I'm a marketer. I'm not an influencer anymore. I create content. So these are the types of content, so that you'll know that you can do this from your cell phone, your mobile device. Video recording. Everyone has a camera on their phone. Use it. You don't have to buy another camera if you don't want to. Now, if you're planning to do all of the cool stuff and editing and things like that, which I will be teaching that in the Marketing 101, the mobile marketing course, because there's apps for that, just use your cell phone. So you do video, you have photo, social content. So this is what you can put on social media, and we call that graphic arts or graphic design. And I taught that at College of Creative Studies. So photography and photo editing and illustration, creating. Now that we have AI, we don't even need, I understand the old school way, but we don't really need all of that, because now we have AI. AI can help you do that for you. So again, this is a tool for those of you who feel disadvantaged at knowing or understanding how to market. All I'm doing is offering you the concept behind it. Audio is another social content. Some people like to see a picture or a picture of you, and they can hear the audio, and you would probably use a particular form of editing software to get that done. But sometimes just your voice can be just enough. Podcasting is one of those ways where you can use audio, where people are hearing you. So they're seeing you in the recordings, they're seeing you and all of the fun graphics that you enjoy that goes with your business, so you can promote your business. That's your graphic design. And then your audio is your voice, and then copy is your writing. And I do this because we don't really write a lot with pencils or anything like that as much anymore. We're always typing. So these are forms of content. And your copy, your writing, meaning you're able to educate or share things with people, all within this digital, mobile cell phone. So that's social content. All of those forms of content are necessary. However, video is king, because once you record a video, you are able to extract from one video all of this information. A video is king. You are able to extract photos, audio, and writing or copy, meaning transcribing. You're able to extract all of that from one piece of content, and you can be able to share them on multiple platforms if you want, or just your one platform, so that you are getting all of the people who see you, who hear you, who can read. People like to read. That's important. So that is how you're able to get all of that form of content, or kind of squeeze all of the money out of content. I hope that made sense. You can squeeze all of that out of just building once and learning how to branch it into places. So since video is king in the social media world, because it is, all of the platforms that I've mentioned, they require video now, most of them, but they require other aspects, or there's options for other aspects. That's a better word for it. So let's discuss the best social content for each platform. So I'm only breaking them into two, and they go in their respective social media platforms. So your short form videos are usually in what we call the portrait style. So they're the long version, because again, everybody's face and attention is in their cell phones, and this is how our cell phones are made. So your short form videos are mostly your TikTok videos, because they're in that portrait size. Not to say that you can't use the other one in TikTok or YouTube, but just know short is portrait, long is this way. We call it landscape. So how you record yourself, you can record this way, or you can record this way. So short form, maybe about a minute. The longest is a minute, or the longest I think is 90 seconds. So between 60 to 90 seconds is your longest. You have that with TikTok, and you have that with YouTube and Instagram Reels. So you have shorts and you have reels. That's what they're called. They are the short form content. They're usually no longer than a minute, or on Instagram, I believe it's 90 seconds. So a minute and a half. Long form, when we're talking about you recording yourself like this, that means it's longer time frame that you're using it for, that you're talking like you see me on the screen. This is the long form. So that's the type of information or the type of videos that you would create, where you're talking or you're showing or lifestyle. It all depends, but you're putting that type of content usually on YouTube or Facebook, and that's for your longer time videos. So keep that in mind. That means you up to 10 minutes or hours. Now that you can do that on YouTube, you can really create content for hours now, because we have all of these third-party these third-party live streaming apps and things like that, so that we're able to communicate and consult and teach and coach for longer periods of time, and that content can still be consumed. So that's the cool thing about it. And then I believe stories, and this is Instagram and Facebook that I use stories for. So stories are your short, and they're usually a little bit shorter, think, well, they're a minute now for Instagram and Facebook. So they're a minute. They used to be a little bit shorter. But the reason why I'm saying that, because some people who just get started into this may find that they don't get the long amount of time to upload videos and things like that because they haven't been on that platform long enough and haven't gotten to the, I guess, the followers and the following, the numbers haven't been put there. So that's usually what happens. But stories are a great place to market because everybody looks through stories, and stories really are just you sharing ads or your day or what's going on in the day, or you're bringing awareness to something. So keep in mind, recap, you have two types of videos. There is your cell phone view, which is called portrait. Those are short form, usually are short form. And then you have your landscape. Those are long form videos. Those are usually on YouTube and Facebook. And then your stories, again, are, no matter what, they are portrait size, but you also have square as well. So there's different like ways things that are looked at when we're doing photo. Okay, making sure. All right. So let's talk about the different types of content. So let's go back. Let me make sure that this is clear. So I want to make sure this is clear. We're talking about videos. And we're talking about videos. That means writing and all of the other parts that are in it. Because when you're talking, a person can write, read, hear, all of the things. So video. Your marketing content is what this is. And there are different types of marketing content. In the social media world, there are 3. This is one that is created by me. I call it the social B content. The reason why I gave it that name is because it is great for beginners to get started. Usually when we get into this field or want to get into the field of marketing our products and services using the internet, and I'm going to be using new school and old school wording, so give me a break. We want to use the internet in order to market our product or service. We usually don't know where to start. We usually are not sure what type of content to put out there. So when you're posting on social media and you're marketing, you want to use one of these things to connect with others. Okay, this is how we're adding value. So this is the message that I'm giving through this. So you're becoming a social bee. You're getting started. My content that I put out there, whether that's video and writing, audio, whatever it is, it needs to bring awareness to your product or service. You need to be able to educate that product or service, and you need to be able to entertain. Now, you can use all 3 in one content, or 1 or 2. It's up to you. But these things need to be within the content. Are you bringing awareness? Is this something that you can teach us how to do on our own? Are you entertaining? Some people are comedians. Some people are really good at cussing you out. So many different things that people can do, and you can entertain. Dancing, all of that stuff. You can entertain people. Those things are healing. Those are good distractions at times when you're seeing someone dancing or someone singing or other forms of arts. Those are healing. So don't count that type of entertainment out. So if you call yourself a healer and you got all these other things you like to do that's not necessarily so businessy, it's more of the entertainment side of it. Keep in mind, you are being a social bee. You are helping people. You're bringing awareness to your talent, and you're showing them by you educating by showing them how you do this, and you're entertaining them all at the same time. So that's the social bee content. This is basic, only 3 things. Pick 1, all 3, or 2. Epic content. So epic, big. Yeah, big. When you post social content, use one of these things, one or more of these things. This is another way you add value. The goal is to add value. So we're talking about being responsible with social media when we posting things. And it's totally up to you whether you choose to do things that are considered to be negative and things that are considered to be positive. Because what it is depends on the beholder, the eye of the beholder. It depends. So E is for educate. P is to make sure that information is personalized to that person. Irrefutable means it's impossible to deny whatever the solution is, the problem is, and you got a solution to it. It's impossible to deny it. So that means you have a problem. It's impossible to deny that it's a problem. And that means you're about to give them a clear message on how to fix that problem. That's the solution. So your content that you create should be epic at this point. Now you're educating, you're making it personal to the person. You're making sure that you're giving them irrefutable information. It's impossible to deny. And then you're making sure you're providing a clear message. One message is easy. The message of Nakia when it comes to the Solopreneurs Academy is I am empowering solo entrepreneurs, period. I'm empowering you. So whatever is in my head, in my heart that I know can help, and I have that's tangible, I am investing in you. I'm empowering you to be able to be self-sufficient for yourself. So you have to have a clear message. That's really what clear means. So your content should be epic. Educate me. Make it personal to me because I want to know I can trust you. Make it irrefutable. Give me a testimony. Give me a story. And make it a clear message. Make it clear to people what your goal is. And in this aspect, the goal is still to add value if you are marketing online. And then the last one is called expert content. So these are phrases and acronyms, I guess that's the word we want to use, that are used a lot in social media. I follow a lot of other coaches who do the exact same thing that I do, and I learned from them on what words and things to use when I'm trying to teach marketing and trying to teach it in the most basic way I could possibly can. So the expert content, now we're getting into this content probably is long form and you're able to cut it up into short bites if you want to. Again, taking this information and spreading it out, just leveraging all over the place with just content. You want to post social media and use one or more of these things to connect with other people. So again, it's always going to be to educate. Experience, and I know the X is, but on social media when they say expert content, the X actually means experience. So I could have taken the E out because we've seen experience or X in it. You guys get the whole point. But your experience, your personal experience, you are putting that within the content because that helps you connect with other people. There's common ground with experience. Because whatever you've experienced, trust me, hundreds and thousands of others have experienced it as well. So you are not alone, even though you're a solo entrepreneur. Problem solving. Does it solve a problem? Can you show it? Can you show it solving a problem? That's what execution means. Can it be executed? Can it be? There are some things that might not necessarily need to be tangibly executed. It may need to be mentally executed. And that's where I'll be explaining that more within the course itself. Then relevance to pain. Everything about us as human beings is tied to our emotions. It does not matter what type of emotion it is, positive or negative, according to you. But whatever it is, it has to be relevant to pain. Not only that, human beings naturally learn from pain. We don't know what's right until we feel the wrong, until we personally feel what doesn't feel good. We learn from that experience, and then that pushes us off to being happy because now we know how to protect ourselves from that particular pain. Human beings are emotional creatures. We learn from pain. So when you use that, not against, but to inspire, that is what you want to do in your expert content. You as an experienced person, when you're sharing your experiences or you're sharing your story or a testimony of yours or someone else, you're more than likely are going to speak upon a pain point of people that are watching you. that want to buy from you. So that's what you want to make sure you understand, that aspect of content. How to show that and how to communicate that is really important when you're trying to pull people in, because people only go for people they know, like, and trust, and that they feel that this person can help me with this problem, and they're showing me by executing it. So these are the things that you need. This is all your take action part. This is call to action. So you want to get them to take action by buying the product or wanting to get the offers of your services. That is what a call to action is. That is selling, but you can do it without sounding so salesy. You're just giving them content and showing them how to do things to fix the pain point, to fix the problem. So if you look at your content from that point of view, you'll just do what you do, and all of that will be in there. So keep that in mind. So these are the 3 types of content. So your first is your social B. If you're a beginner, just focus on doing these 3 things. If you are intermediate, or you've built a community or an audience already, or you're trying to you're trying to change the audience's perspective in a sense. You have an audience already, but you're kind of pivoting in some way. Epic content is really good for that type of marketing. And for the experts, usually these are coaches, these are consultants, these are people with the degrees that do the lawyering and the doctoring, and they need to provide expert content. So that means they already have a following or a clientele or leads and things like that. So this is the type of content that they will consistently put out there, is expert content. So, and I wish with some of them, people would be a little bit more open as to who they are, but I understand there's 2 sides to it. There are people who come, I want the information, I want to know. I don't want to hear about your stuff because I already know what I got to deal with. So yeah, you guys get what I'm talking about. I already know what I got to deal with. Just give me the information. That's a pain point that you can exploit in a loving way. So target market and audience segmenting. Okay, target marketing and audience segmenting. This one, I hope you'll understand it. So I'm going to try my best to slow down with this one. So your audience is your target market. Knowing who you are selling to helps you get clear on how you want to create marketing content. How do you want to show your product or your service? Today, we call this person an avatar. So I'm a movie buff. There's certain movies that I like. There's certain things that I notice around me in the world. I see the world quite big and expansive, and everything to me is an opportunity, even the stuff that seems to be negative. We're in a game. We're in the matrix. This is how people want to express life in that sense. So let's play the game. Let's play the game. Let's enjoy the game. We're avatars. We're spirit beings living in fleshly human bodies. Let's look at it from that point of view. And now that we are fleshly human bodies, we can create online avatars. We're making audiences, or we're creating an audience that we can feed into, which we're really feeding to ourselves. So when I'm talking about avatar, audience, or target market, when I'm using any of those words, this is a person that you are selling to. That is an avatar. Now, that one person is not the only one that likes and knows the same thing. Again, that one person sees the world, I will say me, sees the world that I see other people. I see me in other people. And I am assuming at some point, some may be seeing the same thing in me and the other people that are around me. So when we look outside of ourselves, we're looking at other avatars that actually have something about them that is us. That's how I see the world. So I'm giving you a viewpoint of it. So that's an avatar. We're in the game sequence. This is a gift. We're spirit beings. We get the chance to live life. We get to manifest what our thoughts and feelings are, and we get to see it, be it advantageous or disadvantage, one of the two. We get to see that. You're not the only one. All of us are. So there's people who like the same things you do, need help with the same things you have had needed help with. That is your audience. That is the collective. That is the group of people that are just like you, that need your help just as much as you may need theirs. That is the target market. You're targeting that particular market. You're targeting your sales to them. So breaking it down to one person, then to pull it into a collective, which is an audience. And then now you can target them because we can use that content to target them. Again, I'm speaking both in love and with a little bit of fierceness too, because some people don't like to be sold to, but you're targeting. We're using certain words that could mean or may mean negative to some people, and it might take them back from it. But targeting someone, is nothing wrong with targeting someone, especially if you have something of value. That's all that matters. You have something of value. That's what you are targeting. So you are giving them that. So I believe this is not going to show up the way I need to. So let me move it right here. There we go. So avatar, audience, target market. I mentally segment them in these three categories, and then I communicate it in this way. This is how I'm able to pull people in. This is what makes me magnetic. And this is what makes a lot of people magnetic. They just may not notice it. So I'm segmenting so you can see oh, that's why I'm able to do that. That's why I'm able to get there. So you see the words that I'm using. So cold market usually is a one person, and this is still an audience, but they are people that don't know you. They can't say if they like you or trust you yet because they just don't know you. They don't know you. So that is your cold market. The type of information you want to put out there is bringing awareness, and you do this by using social B content. This is communicating the I am, because whoever you are, there are others that like and know the same things that you do. That is your audience. So when you're speaking to them with this content, you're showing them what you are, who you are. Let them get to know you. That's why with cold market, when you're trying to reach them, you need to get them to know you first. Then they can decide if they like, and then they can decide if they want to trust you. It has to go in this order. So the I am, that's how you look at it. It's a me point of view. That is human nature. Exploit that to the advantage of the person, because you are doing it to yourself. You're exploiting yourself. You're using yourself in order to add value. Warm market. You would use content that entertains by sharing stories and testimonies. This is epic content, because the I for irrefutable, that's where stories and testimonies come in, whether that be your own or someone else's. This is epic content. I hope that made sense. So you entertain them with that. It could be you or someone else. And then your hot market are usually the people that know you. They love you. It's not a like. They love you and they trust you. The warm market tends to know you and they like you. And they're in this part of, okay, should I trust them? Because it depends on whether you're going to give them a call to action, give them a solution to their problem. So hoping this makes sense. The content is in 3 and the market is in 3, because we tend to try to market to everybody. I am one of those type of people, but I can't help it because it's something ingrained in me and my soul purpose. I understand beyond just one person. However, I may not be in all of those aspects. I understand, I overstand, and I understand how I am a part of that collective of it. But putting them into these 3 categories makes it easy for you to put the content out there, not necessarily focus on trying to sell to the right person or sell to everyone. You take the I am, and then you put it out there. Once they're starting to know you, you take the, okay, this is my story. This is how I do things. This is how I help someone else do something. Or this is somebody that I learned from. I want them to teach you like they taught me. This is epic content. And then hot market. You nurture them with expert content, because now you have made them an expert because they know love, and trust you. They have already probably worked with you, spent some money with you, or y'all have already collaborated. You're hot, and it's your family too. Your family can be hot market. They can also be warm too, but hot market. This is where you're offering. You're constantly offering. So you nurture through offering, and that is paid and free because your content is free. But your offer, whatever product or service that you have, that is what you're selling them. But you're not saying that, you're just teaching them, and it gets them to, okay, I need to know how the hell she did that. I need to see her do that step by step. Yeah, what's the offer? What you offering me? That's how it works. So avatar is one person, that is you. And there's many of you, because you can see yourself in each person that you love and trust. The I am. We are collective audience. We like the same things. I'm teaching you my perspective. I'm learning from your perspective. We are. And then the target market, I'm targeting you. I'm going to nurture you. I'm going to run you in the ground with what I got to offer you, because I know it's going to help you, because it helped me. It's expert content I'm offering. I'm adding value. Cool. I think I said enough. Because you're going to go back through this content anyway. I'm going to make sure that it stays on this platform because it's YouTube. So, is it marketable? So I've been doing, well, let me just read this and it'll make sense when I start telling you what I'm talking about. The best way to see if what you offer is marketable and sustainable is to appeal to our basic needs and emotional desires. They are tied together. That's shelter, that's food, that's clothing, money, health and wellness, and education. Whatever product or service you want to offer, if it appeals to the basic need of just being a human being, because that's what we as spiritual entities living in physical bodies, we're here to learn how to use this avatar. We're learning this avatar. We're learning this person. We know this human needs food, needs a place to live, needs clothes to cover its body. We need money for goods and services. We need to make sure our health and wellness is good. And we need things to feed our mind because we're intelligent beings. So whatever service or product you want to sell, be very critical about what it is. And then figure out, does it feed any of these things? Now, shelter, food, clothing, money. Well, I don't talk about money, but shelter, food, and clothing, those are physical things. Those are basic needs. Those are really easy. That's capitalism here in the United States. Money is not just tangible paper. It's also crypto. It's also your time. It's also your energy and your knowledge. Money is way more than just paper or a coin. It's digital currency. It's your education and your expertise and your wisdom. These are valuable things. It's your time. Things that are valuable to a person in general is money. So that can be a broad sense. So teaching anything in financial and emotional intelligence, all of those things, that's money. That's how I view it. Health and wellness is of the body. So food, we already know that's a basic need. But mental health is also very important. Emotional health is also very important. So the health and wellness sector is a multi-billion dollar, I mean, and you could put beauty in there as well, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I can explain that in another video, but health and wellness tops that, because that's where we as a collective of human race need to focus on, as our health and our wellness. And then there's education, there's knowledge, because again, knowledge is power. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And there are certain things you just don't know because it's just not in your visual, it's not in your mental world. Those aren't the people that you connect with, because that's not what you're here for. So, but you do need education. You do need to know as much as you personally need to know in order to be prepared for the next life, in a sense, or the next avatar. So, is it marketable? That's what you want to make sure of. Do it fit these particular categories? And just kind of look at it from this standpoint of products and services. So I just mentioned these are products. These are things that can be tangible. And then I mentioned them as, how do you do them as services? So you have shelter, that's real estate. Anybody in that aspect, property management, or investing in property and making sure people can get homes. There's so many services that you can provide for people in shelter, and including design. Some people want their environment to look and feel a certain way. You may not sell a product, but you might share a service. You might not even sell a service. Well, let's say it this way. In the design field, when you're designing or you're working with someone's environment, you can be a consultant in that as well. You can just show them how to do the things, or you can share links to products that you purchase to beautify your environment. But that's what I mean with the shelter aspect. Those are things that are tied to our emotions and our basic needs. Food, we need food to live regardless. It's also a tie to our emotions as well, because our gut is our second brain. So you understand that. That's coaching, consulting, and teaching is the service that you offer. Anything that you do can fit in these. Clothing, we need to cover ourselves because it's the law. It's the law. Some areas you don't have to because it's a nudist beach or something like that. But clothing is a necessity for us. And that's where you're offering services of personal styling, or offering the help to be able to shop for themselves, or you providing clothing. You got a boutique, an online boutique. So you're feeding a need and a emotional desire. Money, that's coaching, consulting, and investing. Because if you don't have the time, you may have the expertise, but you don't have the time, so you can't add value there. So maybe you have to use your money to do that, and that's investing. Or maybe you have to use some form of an asset in order to help someone out. But you're providing a service. So there's plenty of services out here trying to offer you money. So when we talk about loans and things like that, trying to offer you money, they're scamming you, just so you'll know. But pay attention. Health and wellness, again, coaching, consulting, teaching. We need to know how to better our health. We already know. It's just some of us have kind of forgotten, and it happens because we're so busy trying to live life. It happens, but you want to stay up on your health and wellness. And sometimes you need assistance with that. And if you're a person who can provide that type of service, these are the type of services that you can provide. And in the health and wellness for products, it can be products that are geared directly to helping them with their health. Education, last, again, coaching, consulting, and teaching, whatever that is, whatever skill you have or experience that you've gone through that you can relate to other people that would help them. That's how you are educating them, because again, knowledge is power. It is power, and it's up to you whether you choose to use it for the advantage of all and yourself, or the disadvantage of yourself and others. So you have that power when it comes to getting the education. These are the basic needs of a human being. And this is how you can provide it as products and services. If you just think about it, you probably are doing something that fits in these categories, and you can go back and forth with them. However, if you're beginning, it's better to just start with one product or one service. then branch out to other ways to expand or scale, which is another word we use, your business. So expand or scale. That is your call to action. So your call to action is whatever product or service that you are offering. Your avatar is you or that individual, because you want to personalize them when you get to this type of content. It's an avatar. You got to know who you're talking to. You got to know who you're trying to help, not who you're trying to sell to. Different way of looking at it. And then the content that you use to get their attention. This saves you time, energy, and money. Okay. It's a system that you can do. And I've just given you the 3 types of content. I've given you the 3 types of markets and audience, how to segment them. That's how the algorithm on social media works. So if you have an offer, you're solving a problem, you know who you're talking to because you're using certain words and certain lingo and certain language and whatever that is. For social media, the algorithm, which are bots and people at the same time, are reading this information. They're reading it through your content that you put on there. And when all of those are married together, those 3 things, now they know how to categorize you. That's how the algorithm works. It does not know where to place you because you're either trying to sell to everybody. Not to say that you can't do it. You can. It's just you have to break it down into bite sizes if that's how you are, because I'm one of them. But if you're focused on one, the algorithm will be able to pick up and put your content in front of the people that are a part of what they see on social media. Because trust me, not only are they watching what you are consuming, they're paying attention. It's algorithm, it's a bot, and it's people as well. That's how they are able to decide whether your content or anybody else's content gets in front of the right people's face. They'll do the testing and all of that for you, depending on how you put the content out. But if you got a clear call to action, you know who you're talking to, so that the algorithm can pick it up. It's all in your language. It's all in what's in the content. You got that content that has any of those 3. Your algorithm will do the work for you. Now, the internet streets, those are your runners, the bots. The algorithm is your runners on the street. They doing the work for you. That's business. Business is whatever it is that you're doing to make money. It don't matter if you just painting and you're just showing it on social media. That's healing. That's energy. That's also money. It's time. It's entertainment. It's healing. So all of these things can be used, and the algorithm picks it up and puts it in front of the faces of the people you want to sell to, or you want to build a community around. Cool. I think I've said enough. So, tools that can help you with creating content. I'm almost at the end. But the tools to help you create content. So these are the tools that I have on my cell phone. The animation, not all of them, because now a lot of the platforms for me on social media, like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, I'm able to schedule out like my content. So I can upload it and then decide to when I want to schedule it out. So I'll do all of the content, upload all of it, and then I'll schedule it out. So I can do that. So I don't use a lot of the automation tools I used to. MetroCall is probably the only one I still use for Wig Making 101, because I do have online courses for that. I don't teach anymore. I've done all of the building work for it. So now I'm just selling one product, all of the courses within that business that I had. So creating content, these are the apps that I have on my phone. This is CapCut and InShot are the 2 video editing softwares that I use on my phone or apps. I have Anchor, and that's for those of you who do audio, that do podcasting. You can take from a video that you do for YouTube for podcasting and put it right onto Anchor. It goes out to all of the platforms that accept podcasting. Canva, everybody seems to be using Canva. Photoshop and Illustrator used to be my thing. Well, any Adobe product used to be my thing because I was certified in it. But Canva does everything for you. And if you pay for it, you get the AI tools that come with it too. But most of it is pretty much free. And that's great for your graphics, your social graphics. This has been created with social graphics with Canva, so you can do that. Or, well, this one is with Google, which is what I'm about to talk about next. Google for everything: websites, documents, audio, blog, Google for everything, emails as well. Get it? Google for everything for business. If you pay for it, you have enough memory to work with it more, but it's amazing just free. And then Trello is also a free application that I use, and I use that specifically to organize the content that I want to use. So I have Trello where I have everything that I do as far as business and my social media pages, and I have the content already set out. That way, all I have to do is when the following year comes, I can repurpose that content. So that's what I use Trello for. And ChatGPT, which is an AI format, that's for content ideas. You just need to, well, I don't want to say need to. Everyone knows how to communicate. You know how to talk. So if you know how to talk, you know how to write. And now that we have so many things that help us, you can talk into your computer or talk into your phone using ChatGPT and ask it what you want. It's just like having an AI assistant. You have an assistant that can help you with whatever it is you need help with. A business plan. I don't know. I need 30 pieces of content that gives me inspirational quotes. I need to know what law governs tenant and landlord. Like anything that you need to know or want to be able to create, ChatGPT can do that. So it's really good for content ideas. So these are the tools that I use to create the content. Okay. And also with Google Docs, because I think I missed it, it's copy and audio. And what that means is written form, and then it's audio as well. With Google, for me at times, depending on what I'm doing, I have to speak out what I'm thinking instead of typing it, because a lot of times my brain is moving faster than my fingers. So I have to speak it out because that moves as quick as my brain does. So fast talker sometimes I can be, and so I have to learn to slow down when I talk. But audio within the Google Docs is amazing because you can do whatever audio app that you like to use, and then you let it play, and Google will hear that audio and it will transcribe it. And transcription or anything that is written is called copy. So when you're writing descriptions out, when you're putting things in the content or the comment areas and things like that, that's what copy is. Copy is also your written words. You're using words to draw people in. So the word free is a word that I use a lot because it draws people in, especially the people that I'm looking for that feel they need this free to do what they want to do. So that's how I use that word. Now, it doesn't mean I'm giving you everything free, but I'm giving you the nitty-gritty that you need because I want to add value. That's my clear message. Automation, these are the 4 best ones. Metricool. I had to close my eyes so I could see it. Metricool is the best automation for content across all social media platforms. So it schedules everything and this is free. So up to like 50 pieces of content, and you can put it on automation, which means you can put whatever content you're in. If you're a bulk content creator or you already have content and you're repurposing it, you put it out there. You can redo it however you need to, put all of that within the Metricool platform and schedule it out, and it does it automatically for you. This is great for people who are content marketing, content managers. I'll say that you are a manager when you're dealing with your content. So not only are you creating, you're managing it. When you put it out there, it's really great if you're trying to manage a lot of content. You're trying to do bulk everything in the first week of the month and schedule it out and enjoy the rest of your day. So that's why it's #1 on my list. I encourage you to go check Metricool out. You will need one for each platform that you have, because I have one for each platform because it only works for your one brand. So for example, Beauty Cut Right is my brand. So I have it set up for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So I just put it on there and then I just schedule it out. So a lot of times I'm not really on social media. But Preview was the first one, and that's why it's on #2. But it was the first one that I started using. My husband showed me this one. He suggested this one to me, and I love this one. The paid version is amazing because not only can you do all of the scheduling on your computer, you can also do it on your phone as well. And this is the same with Metricool. So that's why Preview is the second one. They have updated how they've done things, and I still would recommend Preview, but I'll put Metricool first. And then Plannerly and Later are some other ones. These are some kind of old school automation tools that you can use. The paid versions, as usual, will be the best. However, they are great free if you're only working with one brand. So the first two, the reason again why I have them up there as the first is because I have multiple brands. But if you just have one, those two are cool. So is Plannerly and so is Later, if you want to use those free. Okay, use everything free. If you're noticing, I'm already using one thing free. That's the the StreamYard. I'm using it free. You don't have to pay for it if you don't want to. Now, when you get to a certain part of it and you want to start really branding yourself, you can do the paid version of it. But I'm already brand out there, and I am teaching you again from the beginning, from stages for me, so you can see what I use and how I use it. Tools to help you market content. These are the 3 types of marketing strategies that you can use. So lead generation and lead magnets is considered content. Okay, I'm talking about doing this free, not paid. That's a whole nother ball game. I'm talking about free. So free is using social media and putting your content out there that I've just mentioned. That's how you generate customers, or how you get customers, or how you attract. That's why I'm using the word lead generation and lead magnet. You have to have something tangible that makes them want to buy from you, or something that generates people coming to you. That's what you want. And that's done through your content. So that means you need a website and you need some type of payment processing app. These are the 2 that I have. I do my websites on Wix, honestly, because I'm partnered to Wix. But I'm showing you from the free aspect that Google allows you to do a website free. You can design it, put it up, and publish it as a free website. The only thing is you will have to pay for the domain name, and those are usually very inexpensive for the domain names. And I get them from a total different platform, which is called Namecheap. So that platform is called Namecheap. That's where I buy my domain names from. That's where you want people to say www.yourbusiness.org or .com or whatever you want it. That's what I mean by that. So Google website, and you need a payment processing. So there's Square and there's Stripe. Those 2 are the best. And then PayPal. Those are the 3. So there's Square, there's Stripe, and there's PayPal. Those are your processing. Now there's other things that people use where they put themselves in control of how their money is coming in. You probably already know for yourself how you like to do things. You just need to know how to create QR codes and links so that people can click on them and be able to do what they need to do. And you have control of it. You don't have too much other processing fees coming out of it. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, take the class, because I'm going to explain even deeper how you do this. SMM marketing, I use Google Voice and Reach. SMS marketing is text message marketing. Okay, a lot of marketing, if you want to use that, that's where you can send videos, graphics, text, whatever you want to. You can do this in bulk using Google Voice. So you would need to create a number for that. It's free. And reach is also free, especially if you're using one group of clientele, customers, leads, clients. You get what I mean. So reach is free as well. Again, I'm going to say it's better paid, and it's only $7 for it a month. I think it's less than that for the full year. Not less than $7, but it's just a cheap amount for the full year if you choose to do it that way. But I do the $7 a month because I'm still in retest mode with it. And then email marketing. This is the nurturing aspect of it. So lead generation and lead magnets, this is how you find the customer. So your content is going to fit with that. And your website is where you can get them to come to you. Your SMM marketing is bringing the awareness. This is you again sharing content, but you're doing it through text messaging. And then email, which is something that still exists, because we still have people that are still that are still reading their emails. The people who still have jobs where they have to read the emails. So, and they use their emails to get things. So email marketing still exists, even though the SMS is where everything is going to, and bot cold calling, which is annoying. Email marketing, I use HubSpot and MailChimp. These two are also free. They also include SMS marketing with the paid version. So if you really want to automate yourself, because you can automate for free in here, but if you really want to overall do all three of these platforms, calls, voicemails, like the previous training that I have, you have your SMS marketing, you have your email marketing. You can do all of that within those two platforms. These are the top ones. HubSpot and MailChimp allows you to create your websites within there. They also have an academy that you can actually learn the basics of inbound, outbound marketing, and just the concepts of marketing overall. I'm just going to make sure that you understand how to take that basic information if you choose HubSpot. MailChimp has its training too, but HubSpot really is teaching you marketing and how to use its platform for yourself. So you'll see me use that a lot to help you. That way I can communicate the modern day way of marketing now without sounding like we're being salesy or we're just trying to get customers. We're really just sharing and bringing awareness and let them come to you. That's what you really want to do. So you want to be at ease when you do things like this. But these are the tools that help you market. Okay. So again, these are the apps that I use to create the content. So there's CapCut, InShot for video, Anchor for podcasting, Canva for social graphics, for events. You might do event planning, how you going to make your flyers and things like that. You can print them or send them out by SMM or email. Then you got Google for everything, websites, documents, spreadsheets, anything, blogging, Google. Trello, that's to organize. You can organize in Google as well, but Trello, I just want to share it with you because I still use it. And then ChatGPT, everyone should be using ChatGPT. Everyone should be using it because it's a great teaching tool as well. You just gotta, if it's about information you don't know fully, you just gotta cross-reference it with YouTube and Google, more research. So, and then these are the automation tools. Metricool is my top one. Preview is great for beginners. Plannerly and Later are really good too for beginners as well. But for those of you who are already past the beginning stage of what you're doing, you'd rather use the paid version of that. But you choose what you want. Oh, this is a good one. Let me put this up here. So Trello is great for collaborations as well. She is right. So is Canva as well. So I'm glad you said that, because that's another reason for using Trello as well. Because working with Dr. Marsha Dawson, we use Trello a lot to kind of like pull content together and do within that. And we used Canva. So they're great for collaborations too. But you have to pay for it with Canva. I don't believe we did that with Trello. So thank you, Brenda, for bringing that up. Cool. I'm keeping that up there for a second. Did we get there? Cool. Lead generations and lead magnets, or getting people to know, like, and trust you. That's in your content. Once they know, like, and trust you, they need somewhere to go to for the call to action. They need to take action. They need somewhere to go to take the action that you are asking them to do. So that means you have to have a website, and you have to have some kind of way where you take payments. And you can choose to use platforms, or the platforms that I'm going to be showing in class, where you have more control. And you are more broad if you choose to work with people outside of the US, because currency, when you're working with people outside of the US, you need to know about cryptocurrency, because that's how they do things now. So that's a whole nother world. And I know quite a few people that I could help us to be able to understand how that works. If this is what you choose to do, is sell outside of the US products and services. SMM marketing. This is all you're being able to nurture and bring awareness. So SMM and email marketing, it's kind of the same. It's just whether you're doing it it's going to their phone regardless. It's going in their text messages and their emails. And SMM messaging, or our text messages, are starting to look like our emails now. So you're getting your older market, which is still connected to emails, and you're getting your younger market, which they read text messages, or that's mostly how they communicate. Because some people don't like to talk to other people. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how they are. But you got to meet them where they are. So we're using these tools. So SMM marketing and email marketing, you can use HubSpot and MailChimp to do both, and it can automate it for you, or you can be the automator. And I think this is great when you're starting off. Use Google Voice and Reach. Google Voice allows you to be a lot more personal with your clients, so that's good for services, those who are consulting and teaching. And Reach is also good for those who are consulting and teaching. If you're trying to find some way to bring awareness from the lead people who come into you wanting to put their email in to subscribe to your newsletter or your blog, these are other forms of marketing content that you can put out there to bring awareness and to nurture. So again, we're adding value. So now we're here at the part of the Solopreneurs Academy. Again, I am mentioning what my goal is, what my clear message is about empowering individuals who are solo entrepreneurs. We need a community of our own. Usually solo entrepreneurs are really good at having multiple mentors without even communicating with these mentors, because those of us, including themselves, we're putting ourselves out there on the internet. We're doing that. So we look to other people who are doing the same thing that we are doing, and we look to them as mentors. That's how that works. So when you find the person that you want to be mentored by, that's how we become a community. That's how you become more empowered. So I'm letting you know who I am. I'm an individual. I believe in self-sufficiency, and I want others to be empowered by that same mindset. Being able to do this, hold your own, because when you can take care of you, it's so much easier to take care of the people that you love, know, and trust. Yeah. So that is where we are with the Solopreneurs Academy. It's all about being self-sufficient, and I'm empowering you from my own experience and what I know and what I have been trained to do and what God has said I'm purposed to do, and whoever is assigned to me, because I am reaching out to those that I am assigned to, meaning that they're my mentor. So about me, I've mentioned this in the last training, so I'm going to be real quick with it. I'm an educator. You probably have noticed that the way that I'm teaching now. I'm a marketer. We're talking about marketing, and I market in a very unique way. Still keeping with the old school strategies and systems, because I'm still communicating with professionals. They're not kids anymore. They're not millennials. They're the older group that I'm still attached to, and understanding how they think and operate. And I want to help them grow as well, because the skills that they have can be grown, and it can help the younger generation. So I feel like I'm the middle glue there. I'm a content creator. I don't subscribe to being an influencer anymore, even though I do influence which I think influence is considered to be a person who inspires others to take action or to act on their own behalf. Because again, we're talking about self-sufficiency. And solo entrepreneur, there we are. That's what I am. And I'm an investor. I invest my time, I invest my energy, I invest my knowledge, and I invest my money in people. I do it for me first, and then I do it for everyone else. So as I'm doing it for me, it spreads out to everyone else. So with the asset recovery, that was the last training. That is considered to be the profession I'm in. And marketing is my skill. It is my talent. I have a unique way of expressing it. And it's been successful for me. So I want it to be successful for others who feel they see me and they see themselves in me. Now, mobile marketing 101, what to expect. These are the dates. So I have a winter and I have a fall session. Well, the fall session is first before the winter. The fall starts in September and then the winter starts in January. This is how it's going to be for a couple of years. I move within the time frame. I'm living life. So I'm not trying to give you all of this in one day. Let's start to learn how to have more patience with ourselves and our learning. So these are the only two courses that the Solopreneurs Academy is going to be offering for the next couple of years. I want to make sure that this is solid and the foundation is great for all of us. And then you will get to witness, or probably do right along with me, how to expand, how to scale, how I'm going to be doing that. So this is all I'm teaching. The summer and the spring is where I'm coaching, and I'm working mostly one-on-one with people because I prefer to do it during that time. It's a great break for me without actually fully detaching from what I consider to be my job, which is to share the information that is pertinent to me, my avatar. So how it works with the courses. I'm on Band app. I prefer the Band app because it's exclusive. It's a controlled and safe environment, and we're protected. And I'm using controlled and safe environment, but that's really why I'm doing it. So that's where I'm able to share everything I need to share with you is in the Band app. And then Zoom is where we do live face-to-face. You can hear me. You can ask questions. You can see what I'm doing. Zoom is it. And then the Google account, you will need to create a Google account for your particular business. That way I am able to transfer personal information, things that are pertinent to what you are doing. So again, I am a personal person to you, but I also am able to teach this as a collective because these are 101, marketing 101 basics. Same message you can use with any product or service that you offer. But some things may need to be tailored, particularly to your situation or your business. And that's why you need a Google account, so I can be able to transfer what you need through that. And vice versa. Cool? Awesome. So we already talked about the asset recovery business. If you are interested in that, go and check out that training. That is also in the fall and winter sessions. That will be starting as well. Again, I mentioned that's my profession. And then this is my favorite. I got happy as soon as I was getting close. I like this because the investor in me, I'm already sharing time, energy. I want to share money too. I want the full, complete foundation of what it's like to be in my purpose. And that's part of my purpose. And I understand my past life and how I think in an economistic way, or like an economist. So I'll pay you to do this with me. It is a great way for you to learn marketing or practice this style of marketing and see how it works for you. So you're sharing with your friends and family. For any of your friends and family or anybody in your group that you want to come and learn with you, they register for the class. I'm paying you a commission fee for it. So this allows us to help ourselves because you're involved. It helps those that we love, know, like, and trust. And it helps me because I'm teaching you. And when I'm teaching, I learn as well because people that come to me that is learning from me, it's obvious I'm going to learn from you because you have another perspective. That's why we're a collective. You have a different perspective from mine, and I could learn from that. We can learn from each other. So why not pay you for it? That's why not. But you're helping other people. You're bringing them. This is the way that I do lead magnet. This is how I lead. This is how I do it. So this is the pricing for it. Everything is a 12-week training investment. You're investing in yourself. That's what you're doing. You're investing in your friends and family if you share. And you're investing in me, because by you learning from me, you make what I teach stronger and more solidified in me. And not only that, I get to learn your perspective of how you take my information or your experience and you transfer or share that over to me. So this is an interchange of encouragement. So 12-week training course. That's how I'm going to be doing it. Starting off, you will see how I'm transitioning from one segment of marketing to the other within this course. How I'm doing it with this academy, and how I'm doing it with my beauty cut right, my body cut right, my wig making 101, and some other forms of social media marketing management that I do. I will share that with you as well, the ones that I can. So it's a 12-week training. It's only for that. It's $97 for 3 months. I don't like monthly subscriptions for teaching courses like this. They annoy me. So I don't want to give that to others, but this does make it a lot easier for you to get into. Because usually when we get into these training sessions, like I said, call to action, them selling to you, that's inevitable. That is the purpose of it. There's no way around it. I know people don't like to be sold to, but that's just the way that it is here in the US. So you either accept it and work with it, or don't be a part of it. It's okay. You're not wrong. You're right. And you're probably going to succeed because it fits for you. But if this does fit for you, this should work. It's easier for you to get into. I don't like thousands and thousands of dollars trying to get some information from someone. That's just me personally. So I'd rather do it the same for you. Or you can do the $197 one-time payment. It's for the 12 weeks. It's going to include, right when we get into the community aspect of it, where we're in online office, we're doing our own thing, but we are still in connection to help each other. And I still will be there as a mentor, and you all will be a mentor for me. Referral commission. It's my favorite part. Let me get back to this. The monthly or the one-time payment, we do accept other ways that you can pay too. There's the Sizzle, there's Klarna, there's Afterpay, and there's Affirm, and I'm sure there's plenty other ones. There's Defer It, I believe, but there's plenty of apps out there that allow you to pay in full, which this is letting us know that the way credit is being used is still going to be there, but it's changing to this pay in full, which is a lot better for our credit history, our money. It's just a lot better for our money. So you can do payment plans for the one-time payment if you need to, or you can do it through me. And I stop it after 3 months. It's the first month. So if you start here with the payment plan, you don't need to see that until October the 1st. And then the last one would be November the 1st. I hope that makes sense. But with the referral commissions, this is what I am paying you. $97 a month. If this is what that person chooses, you're getting $25 of that. That is paid out on the 25th. If they do the $197 one-time payment, you are getting $50 referral commission for that, and that is paid January the 24th. Now, there is an option that's not listed here if you want both courses. When I say both courses, that's the asset recovery, and then this is the marketing 101, because more than likely, you're probably looking to have multiple streams of income, and these are the only two that I focus on. So if you want both courses, that's $299, and you'll get $75 out of that per person. And the day that they do it, within that, how do I want to say this? It does not matter which one that they do. Even if they pay for the winter in the September or the fall months sessions, you can still get that commission. I'm still paying it out on the 27th. That's just how I'm going to do it. Doesn't matter which one they do. It's just in the time. Now, if somebody decides that, oh, I want the winter session and they don't do it until November, I'm fine with that. You're just still you're going to get it January the 24th. That's when you're going to get it. But as they come in, if they come in before the payment date, that's what you're getting per person. Okay. So I think this is a great incentive for you to get comfortable with marketing. Let's just be real. You're marketing me. You really are. But you're marketing yourself as well, because that means you see in me, you see you in me. That's what I want to say. You see you in me. So you're like, okay, let her teach that part of it. I'm still going to be in it, but I'm about to get paid for her to do to do it for me. That's how I'm looking at it. If I was you on the other side, I'm like, well, all I got to do is share, and I will be providing with you your own code, as long as they know your name, because that's what's in the information, or you'll be getting your own code for that. That way you can share to whoever and whenever you want to. And I will be providing scripts and videos and things like that, so that you can use it to create your own content to do the same thing. So you're getting paid to do and learn at the same time. Yay. I like that. I like that a lot. This makes me happy. It's the economist in me. So that is pretty much it. How do you register? Just visit souloprenuersacademy.org. That is the URL. That is the website. Everything is there. Let's add that to the page. So when you go to the first page, you'll notice that anywhere you see a button, it says register today. When you click on it, it will bring you to a Google form. You'll need to complete it. Or just go straight to the part where it allows you to pay for it. just letting you know. But if you need to register or know more about anything with the courses, they are here in writing as well, so you can check that out. But what to expect, it mentions what the cost is and how to do that, what the referral opportunity is in writing. I want you to know that it's solidified, so that it's solid. It's important that you know that. And then this is how you get started. So anywhere you see a registration button, that's what you do. You just press it and get started. Choose whichever one that you would like to, whichever class you want, and whichever payment strategy that you want to do, the full one-time payment or the $97 for 3 months. And we'll be getting started. What will happen was in the next 24 hours is I'm going to be sending you the link to the band app. That's the group. And when you get there, you'll notice that there is a welcome video that I put in there. And then after that, you should be introducing yourself as well, however you choose to do that. We got time. It doesn't start until September the 3rd. And September the 5th. So for the Marketing 101, this is every Thursday, and it's at it's every Thursday, and it starts September the I have to go right back. It's the 7th, right? 5th. September the 5th. There we are. So that's the 3rd for asset recovery, and then for the mobile marketing, it starts September the 5th. So start to introduce yourselves. I already have the orientation set out for you guys to schedule, and the link to the Zoom link for the orientation is already set there. So you'll be able to see what's going on, and I'm putting it in there week by week because I don't like overloading people. So week by week makes it easy. It's going to be a total different experience because I am a hands-on, meaning I like to show you, demonstrate. You got to see it happening. I don't like to just tell you. You got to see it happening so that you can be able to replicate it or make it work for you in your own field, in your own products and services, because this is Marketing 101. So at the end, I tend to, nope, that's not where I want to go. Let's add this one. I want to see if there are any questions that you have. I tend to keep this at the end. If you do not At this moment, it is totally fine. I probably explained it pretty well for you because I wanted to make sure that you understood the concept and how I think when it comes to marketing, so that you will understand that I'm not looking for us to learn the old school way of being a bully salesman, trying to bully people into something or try to convince them. We want to add value. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment area if you remember them, if you don't know what they are at this moment or you don't have any. And I hope this was helpful. Let me know what parts were helpful helpful to you. I would love to hear that as well in the comment area, and you can let me know now. That's totally fine with me too. So how to connect with me. This is how you're able to connect with me. Keep in mind, I'm only one person, and within 24 hours is my time frame to respond to you, unless your message that you're asking or whatever it is going on seems intuitively important. I will be of assistance. But this is how you're able to connect with me. If for any reason you find trying to register or get started is like, I want to do it, but I don't know, I'm not savvy with all of this stuff, I'll help you through it. This is where you're able to text me. Text me is better, even though I receive phone calls and voicemails through this Google Voice number. I want you to know that's what I'm using. So you know what I'm going to be teaching you, I'm using it too. This is not me telling you this, I'm telling you this is what I use. I'm going to show you how you create your own if you don't already have one. But I am able to take phone calls and voice messages for it if that's what you need to. If you need to speak it out, it's going to go straight to voicemail. But if you really want me to respond very quickly, text message me. Cool. This is amazing. Thank you, Amira. Thank you. How about Amira? Please don't kill me, Amira. I always say that when I think I'm pronouncing someone's name wrong, but you are so welcome. I love people, and I love solo entrepreneurs, and I love people who are trying to figure it out themselves too. So thank you. I hope my multifacetedness doesn't confuse you, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you do receive ongoing help after the course. At this point now, we're an office. We're a corporation in a sense, but it's community based. I don't like to leave people to their devices. If that's even a thing? I crave community just like anybody else, because I'm human, just like we all are human, and we're looking for camaraderie. Solo entrepreneurs are very aware that it's lonely at the top, and it's on purpose because that's how we are. Usually we are introverted, or we are, usually we are introverted by nature, but we are skilled at being extroverted, meaning we're skilled at speaking and talking. We're skilled at that, but we're kind of like, I love people, I just don't want to work with all a bunch of people. It's understandable, but you still get some type of support. If you don't like talk with people, at least you can read the information, at least you can listen to the videos, at least you can download the programs that's put in there. It's a way to still be encouraged, no matter what your personality type is. So yes, there will be ongoing help because it's something I want to have, because it's what I crave. I crave community, even as a solo entrepreneur, even though I like working on my own. I like that. And I know I'm not the only one. So we all need to be around each other. What's the question mark? Oh, okay, cool. So yes, it is $2.99 for both courses. Again, you can use the Pay in 4 apps. If you type up Pay in 4 apps on Google, it will show you all of the apps. Or if you go to your App Store or your Google Play Store, I think your Google Play, is it Google Store, App Store, wherever you buy your apps at or download your apps. I'm looking at my iPhone, remembering they used to only charge you for apps, but wherever you get your apps from, look for pay in 4. These are new forms of credit in a sense, but they're like payment plans. If you are aware, like back then of what's the word? Layaway. Who hasn't used a layaway before, especially around the holidays, and we're getting close to it. So you buy stuff for your family and friends and you put it on layaway, and you have to pay a certain amount of payments before you can get it out. Well, in this case, you paying in 4, but you get everything up front because that app is system, the way it's created, is like credit. It does it for you. So I'm saying this for those who don't know about these types of apps that are out there that are an alternative to credit cards. Because I'm going to be talking about that too. Because you got to receive payment. And with the Solopreneurs Academy, it's not just about generating income. It's also about growing it. And that means investing your money away so that you can use it how you can use it a certain way. You're building for your future, and you're building to be able to be more of an investor. So cool. Awesome. Thank you, Brenda. I'm glad I made it very easy to register, because I have to be honest, sometimes with my neurodivergent brain, there's neurotypical and there's neurodivergent, and sometimes it can all get jumbled in my head. So thank you. I'm glad that it was clear. That was my goal, and that makes me feel good that I'm getting better at communicating this, because this has been a lot for me, holding this in and trying to compartmentalize it. So thank you so much. Thank you. Cool. All right, cool. So since I'm aware that it registered well, if you got questions afterwards, go ahead and put that down in the comment. Anything within this that you have learned, please share that with me. Share that with all of us in the comment section. Girl, sorry. Anything that you do, that you teach, that you offer, whatever it is, I also want you to put it down under this video too, because it's about marketing. So this is where you're able to, when people come and see my video, they can always look in the comments, because I do it. I look at other people's videos. I don't comment. I go straight for the comments to see where are people's minds at, what this video is about, what the mind frame is. And depending on what I see, I'm going to finish listening to the video or watching the video. But for those people who are like me that like to go in the comments, because it's a lot of them, they will see you. They will see what you offer. So market yourself through this video. Okay? Market yourself through this video. That way you are also grabbing from those who know, like, and trust me. They'll come down there and they are given an opportunity to know, like, and trust you. I like that. Yay. So I will see you very, very soon. So the next week, since this is about marketing, I am going to be on this channel quite often, feeding more information into you. A lot of what I'm going to be doing within the groups is very important right now, because students are coming in, and I want to make sure that content is in there for them to start working and using what they have now. So some of that information, little small bits of it, I'll be sharing on this platform, just to kind of give you a taste of how I'm doing things, because I'm a transparent person. So I will see you in the next form of content. It'll probably be another live that I'm going to do, schedule it out, and you'll see it. And I'll see you then. I love you all. And let's market together. We can do this. All right. Love you all. Bye.